Okay, versatile vigilante, man. Young Vince, we're here again. Got a special guest in the building, my guy Cameron.
What's
going on, brother? Thank you for coming on,
shit.
bro. Cheers.
Yeah, man.
So, yo, Cameron reached out to him on IG a few months ago because this guy I saw post some really sick artwork. We're both fans of No Jumper podcast, and my guy Lil House Phone posted some artwork, and he blessed me tonight with a fucking sick Donda portrait. Yo, how do you make this shit, bro?
Straight iPad.
This is iPad. This is fucking dope.
Straight freestyle shit. It's no like I'm like drawing it out before then filling it in. It's just straight off the head.
Bro, when I first came across your profile, I was looking through some of the pictures on there. Super dope. That, you know what it reminded me of? Like album artwork.
Okay, yeah.
That's what I was fucking with.
Makes sense because I grew up looking at a lot of hip hop covers and shit. Got into hip hop from my brother.
Okay.
Without him, I probably wouldn't be doing this.
That's amazing, bro. I love this. So let's start from the beginning, bro. You said you were kind of growing up with your brother.
Grew up in Scarborough. Back in the day, the 90s, back when we didn't really have like a great outlook on life. Like we're just stuck in Toronto. It's not like now, like we're all plugged in with social media. There's a lot of, things to do or things that you can do. But back then it was very like, I felt like I was stuck in Scarborough. Like I didn't feel like there was opportunity for me to express my art or podcasting, but yeah, fuck.
That's super real, bro. Do you feel like kind of the internet has helped you break out of that a bit, like express yourself in different ways?
For sure. Because even back then, I've been on the internet before it was cool. Like I've been on the internet like when it was like AOL and you heard that freaking sound and shit.
The dial-up sound.
Yeah, and I always had faith in the internet. Like I can remember like do you know E-Bombs World?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, like I've been on E-Bombs World playing games and stuff, and in my head I was always like thinking of what the internet could be and like what possibilities there could be from it. And to see where it is now is pretty crazy. Very
super
crazy.
True, bro. Were you a MySpace guy? Not really.
Well, how old are you? Let's see.
I'm turning 26.
Okay, 27.
So, 27.
Yeah.
Okay, so we both came up in that early 2000s, like funny. You remember Funny Junk?
No.
Remember that shit? E-Bombs World, Funny Junk. What else was popping? Like Mini Clip. Remember those games?
Yeah, Mini Clip was hard.
All those games, bro. I feel you on that.
I'm jealous of these new kids because Mini Clip was all we had. Now kids are playing like PS4 graphics on their phone.
Too serious, bro.
It's
that
crazy.
Shit's too serious. Take that.
Low key jealous.
That's so interesting though, bro. So when you were growing up, what were some things that you would do to pass the time? What were you interested in?
Straight video games and hip hop.
Okay.
Straight video games and hip hop.
Any specific styles?
Like of video games or like
both?
It was whatever my brother bought because I didn't have money. So it was straight NBA Live 95. Straight. It was pretty much any game because my brother like caught onto some like not scam but like he used his brain. Like I give a lot of credit to my brother for like making me who I am. Low key.
Right.
Like we would rent games from Blockbuster, and he would burn the game when he got home. So we'd have every game.
Yo, that was like a flex.
It was no boredom. Like if you want to play games, like.
Bro, that's that early entrepreneur, man. Yo, I remember that the burn games was a huge flex at the time.
My brother was low key Netflix before Netflix.
Hell yeah, that's huge. Fucking the modded PlayStations and all that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
it's
bro.
Crazy.
Do you feel like the video games developed your musical taste? Because some of those soundtracks were crazy,
bro. If you want to get into it, like my whole like aura of myself is a straight skateboarder, hip hop guy, and my family wanted me to play basketball growing up because I was a tall black kid that had a basketball net in his backyard that could shoot and do all that shit.
Right.
But my brother brought home Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1. I think it was Pro Skater 1 or 2, and that was it. Just hearing the music, like seeing a black guy do it. Like there's a character, Kareem Campbell, with the do-rag on. I'm like, what the hell skateboarding? Like, I want to get into this shit. So that game, like, sparked the whole other life. Like, literally, like, it's crazy.
Bro, that is crazy. It just shows you, especially when you're a kid, like, certain things can just interest you and you develop through there. So you got into skate. That was another thing I saw on the Instagram. You're pretty fucking fire
Bro,
with the
that's
skateboard.
That's all I ever wanted to do. I don't know if I'm like, is it good, the audio? Like me?
Yeah,
moving
you're
around
good,
shit? I
bro.
need to
No,
chill
no, no,
out.
you're good, man. You do your thing.
Yeah.
This versatile vigilante is for
Mhm.
fucking comfort, bro. We're
Mhm.
not 60 minutes over here, you know?
Yeah, but skateboarding was everything. And growing up in like, let's say like early 2000s, being black,
Yeah.
not to make it a race thing, but skateboarding wasn't really accepted on our end. So me doing that was like, I got a lot of backlash from everyone. I'm talking about like my family, my friends, like just the people on the block. Like I grew up in it's not a bad area, but Dean Park. If you know
Okay.
about Dean Park, whatever. But I remember just riding my skateboard and like the hood guys or like you know, just the homies chilling on the block would be like, Tony Hawk, yo, do a trick, do a trick. Yo, dude, gnarly. Like they would just slander it on that level, and it wasn't like accepted like how it is now. So like the reason why I'm so like standoffish towards a lot of people and why I'm doing this is like super weird, like out of my comfort level. Like people see this, like, what the hell, Cameron's with this dude? Like
Fire.
Cameron stays home. Cameron just skates and he doesn't really open up. It's because of that. Like they weren't very accepting. So I went through a lot of backlash on that shit.
That's real,
Like
bro.
on some real shit. It's weird.
That you know what, bro? As a early, I went through shit like that too for myself. Maybe not with skateboarding, but with other things. Like, oh, bro, I remember when I was like 10, I grew up listening to like old music, like 60s, 70s music, and people are like, why the fuck you listening to that? And I'm just like, bro, it just says something to me, you know? I
For
feel
sure,
like
man.
I don't know if I'm putting words in your mouth, but at a young age, you realize like, yo, I got to do my own thing here. People might not realize, you know, what I'm trying to do.
For sure, yeah, I feel you. Because I was into rock music. I'm a skater. Like, I embraced the culture of skateboarding. So I was into rock. There was no Little Uzi back then. There's none of these, like,
No.
groundbreaking people that made it acceptable for, like, my skin color to rep that type of music. So I had to hide that shit. I love the Killers. I had to hide that shit. My brother was straight G-Unit.
That's super
I had
real,
to hide
bro.
that shit, bro.
That's a great point. Like the hip hop that was big at the time was straight gangster
Straight hard.
rap.
You had to be hard or, like,
Yeah,
you can't make music. Like you're
It's
not.
true.
You can't even start to be a rapper. Like you can't even rap if you're not talking about killing somebody.
very
No
true.
offense, like to people that make that music, but it wasn't acceptable. Like to be like a Pharrell or like a Tyler the Creator.
Yeah.
Those guys are big influences to me too. But yeah,
I kind of feel like you have a Odd Future influence
bro,
to you.
that was my
Hell yeah.
shit. My sister, I remember my sister put me onto music too. Like I remember her playing Bastard, his first mixtape. I'm like, what the hell is that? Like he sounded like me. I'm like, bro, I'm hearing myself when I'm hearing his music. I'm like, who the hell is this guy, bro? And like, he inspired a lot of shit because that was the first guy. I'm like, bro, I could do it. I could do anything. Low key.
That's real.
Yeah.
I remember. What's the name of that track with the? It was his first big music video with the white background.
Yonkers.
Yeah, Yonkers,
yo.
bro. I remember in high school
I-
that shit came
yeah.
out.
Fuck, bro.
Crazy.
And I repped that guy when he was like slandered and like hated on. Not hated on, but like, what the hell is this music? And and I remember being in like high school and I would see people rep the brand. I'm like, bro, you can't rep that. You're not even about that. I'm that type of person. I'm weird, but yeah.
That's real, bro. I feel like you have that sense of like you wear it on your wear it on your sleeve.
I got a
know,
skateboard
hard
on my
your
arm,
sleeve.
bro.
That's fire. That's fire. What do you think about the skateboarding culture that kind of spoke to you?
It was more of, to be honest, it was more of what's that word called? I don't know. It was like a rebellious thing. Like, and I felt controlled by my parents or everyone forcing me to play a sport that I genuinely love.
Yeah.
Like I fuck with Larry Bird and all those guys. Like I used to do my history on them, bro. Like Daryl Dawkins. Like, do you know what that is? Like,
Jeez,
like
Daryl
chocolate,
Dawkins.
whatever his
Hell yeah.
name is. But
He broke the backboard.
yeah,
Hell
he was
yeah.
sick, bro. And NBA Street Volume 2 and all that shit. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Shout out Larry Bird too.
Wait, what you say? Skateboard. What was the last thing you
What
just
do you
said?
think what do you think really called to you about skateboarding? Like what was it that really grasped your attention?
It was like the never-ending game. Like it never ends. Like you could kick flip and then you got to heel flip and then you got to heel flip 50-50, then you got to manual, then it never ends. Like
Yeah.
basketball is like you cross a man, you dunk, you score, you steal. Like it's like
it's four
it's like-
quarters.
it's like a game that you could see happen over and over again and you only could play it inside professionally. And I don't know. Maybe that's just me defending skateboarding. I just have all these things towards basketball, but I just saw the freedom in it. Like I didn't have to stay home. I could just go down the block and do my own thing.
Skateboard
free, bro.
Skateboarding culture is about that. To me, like freedom and kind of
Art.
rebellion.
Yeah.
You know, the street aspect of it too. I've never really been a skateboarder, but I've always loved the culture for those same reasons. Kind of like outsider. You know, it's lack of rules, which I think is fucking beautiful.
Yeah, man. But the skateboard industry has, or well, I don't want to keep going into this, but
Let's hear it.
you want to talk about like how I got into skateboarding and like the true like becoming of whoever I am now. Like I haven't made it yet. We're just chilling.
Hell yeah.
Talking
Let's
that
hear
shit.
it, man.
But yeah, man. I could talk about the high school experience or like just growing up with my homies. And growing up, there was no one that skated on my block.
Okay.
There was no one that showed interest in it. It was just me, like just trying to learn certain things. Like I didn't have YouTube to teach me. I didn't have like a friend that could teach me how to skate. Everything I learned was from my own eyes and like me mimicking Tony Hawk type shit.
Yep.
Yeah, and I remember going to Diefenbaker, if anyone knows about Diefenbaker, and there's this white kid. Sorry to make it like that, but this is a white kid. Little rich white boy on the block. Shout out to Cody if you see this.
Cody, gang.
Cody was a big influence of mine because he brought like a pro board to school. I'm like, pro board? My parents are not buying no pro board. The closest I would get was like a Walmart board. I'm like, bro, this kid got something that I want. So I used to like just lurk around the block, see if he was out. And one day he had his Bam board, Bam Margera. You know Bam Margera?
Of course.
Okay. And I'm like, bro, could I get your board? And he's like, yeah, but I have to break your board in order for you to get this board. So I basically sold my soul at a young age to get something. I wish I had that first board, but I don't got that.
You don't have the BAM one no more? Did you get the BAM one?
Oh, no, his mom eventually came back to my house to get it.
Fire.
Because I was like a manipulating young kid trying to get whatever I could get.
You had to hold that down for a minute. That's amazing, bro. And then from there, just continue to grow.
Yeah, and it slowly started picking up of me learning shit. But I met like one of my best friends at Bray Buff. It's like a Catholic school by my house. I got kicked out of Diefenbaker.
Okay.
Not for fighting or anything, just being a clown. Like little Dave Chappelle kid that knew too much and was putting kids on to bad words and all that shit. But yeah, I got kicked out of there. Met Tyler, one of my best friends, and he didn't skate. He was like a guy that hated on everything I tried to show him, but eventually he got into it. So like I told him to get a board, he got a board. Dude learned super fast. Then we started getting better with each other. And then we used to go around this block. We met some other guy named Daniel, another best friend. You probably see him on my Instagram. And we just fed off each other's energy, bro. And it was like a cult thing that was dope. And it was pure. It wasn't like something made up. It wasn't even like we were trying to go pro or anything. It was just like, I don't know. It was just like a dope thing, like, you know?
Hell yeah. It's that to me is like the sickest part of that culture. Like it's very much with your friends, like fucking around, just doing shit. You ever watch Lords of Dogtown?
Oh yeah, bro. I know all about skateboarding. Like, yeah, Tony Alva and them.
Hell yeah. And that when I watched that shit, and I told you I never really was a skateboarder, but when I watched that, I'm like, damn, I could definitely see why people would fuck with this. Like this, it's like a brotherhood vibe, you know?
It's almost cultish.
Cultish for
It's
sure,
not
bro.
cultish anymore because it's so like accepted now.
It's like the punk rock sport.
Yeah,
You
real
know?
shit. Yeah.
It's the underground sport, the sport for people that aren't really trying to play sports, you know, but still be outside.
Bro, yeah, it's fuck.
That's real, man. That's real. Is that still something that you're on,
Like,
on a frequent basis? Skateboarding, is that still something you keep up with?
I keep up with it. I try not to do it as much because I got real life problems. Not problems, but real life shit. Like jobs.
Life's real, bro.
Got a kid.
Gotta pay the bills.
Gotta pay the bills. Like, and I go to the skate park and I just like, bro, if I F up, I can't go to work. I can't make money, bro.
Big facts.
So it's something you just love from afar. I have to learn to accept that shit.
Bro,
It's
just
weird.
this year I took up longboarding for the first time ever, and I fucking busted my chin open, like 5 stitches, and I'm like, yeah, I got work tomorrow, bro. I can't be going too hard with this, you know?
Man.
I appreciate it,
but
that's real, bro.
yeah.
It's like, but you still can. One thing I've learned as I continue to grow, get older, like that spirit, you still will always have, you know, like that.
Bro, I'm a skater.
Hell yeah, that's
I
like,
look like a rapper or like a just a nigga. We go and laugh and say nigga. But I'm a skater. You might not see it, but like it's all I am.
It's
like,
in you, you know.
Yeah, I can't go anywhere. Like my son skates, or like my son wants to skate. He's not even 2.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Shout out to the little guy. What's his name?
Colson.
Colson.
The dude that changed everything.
Okay, let's let go into that a little bit. What do you mean by like change everything?
Change everything. I feel like I have like senses where I could feel like danger is coming. Not danger is coming, but change is coming. And I was working at a LG Electronics.
Okay.
Not far from here. It's like what is it, North York area?
Mm-hmm.
And I was working there for years, like 5 years of my life, which was a big mistake because I didn't see how vast like jobs were, and I was just stuck in an environment that I should have been out
Right.
for a long time. Like it came to a point where I just went to work just to chill. Like I was making money to chill. Like I was so used to that environment, and everyone knew me, and there was no challenge. It was just like
Comfortable.
too comfortable, bro.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I used to buy weed for the janitor on my lunch break. So I'll be like, yo, how much you want, bro? I'll be right back. Come like an hour later, and no one's mad. Like,
Yeah.
It was just too comfortable, and I was not happy. And I was just thinking in my head like, yo, something needs to change. And because I feel like after 25, you should grow up in a sense where you gotta do real life shit, like get money, save it, think about buying property. You know, like stop doing like the little kid shit. And
It's facts.
I went to Cuba with my girl, came back, and she said her stomach was, you know, she was throwing up. I'm like, what? And I just left LG, then went to Cuba. And then we came back, and then she was pregnant. So it was like, the shit just kept...
Comes in threes.
The shit just kept lining up. And then I already got a job, so I started that job. And then, I think I'm going too fast, but yeah, we had our kid. And that shit changed everything, bro.
That's amazing, bro. I like what you said about, like, too comfortable. Because I feel like that's something where a lot of people deal with. I think everyone deals with that at some point. Like, yeah, I'm getting paid from this, and it's supporting me, but there's more. Like, I can do more with myself, you know? That's real shit. That's a big realization for anyone to make.
I just felt that shit, bro. It's just, like, bro, I gotta leave. Like, I can't be doing this till I'm, like, 50.
Yeah.
No offense to them. I love everyone there, but it's like, I was just...
Gotta keep it moving.
And it was too far. It was, like, 30 minutes. I didn't have a car back then. It was, like, an hour, like 2 hours every day to go to work. I would see the sun go down on the bus. And I just stayed there. I was just so used to that shit because I would be in my vices. Like, I was just thinking about smoking and, like, fuck the job. I just want the money to buy weed.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't even thinking about art. Like, none of this shit was in my mind of pursuing. It was just weed, vibe out with the homies, go skate, do it all over again. You know, like, there was no, like, leveling up. It was just, like, happy and BS. Like
100%.
I don't know.
Kind of like, like you said, like still maybe in the kid mode. Like still in the kid mode.
Super kid mode, bro.
So having your son, like, you feel like it forced you to maybe take a step in a different direction?
Yeah, super. Like, I stopped doing art for years. Like, I used to be super into art. My sister's a big artist, I would say, in the Toronto scene.
Sick.
Like, she's super dope.
Shout her out.
Kersha Wright. Go look at her shit.
Hell yeah.
If you go to Scarborough Town Center and you see the Scarborough sign, she did that. She painted that. Like, she's all around downtown.
I gotta take a look at that.
And shit. Yeah.
That's hard.
She was a big inspiration on art. I used to win art awards. I went to graphic design for 5 years. We could talk about that. But yeah, I just stopped doing art and just was into like weed and like nothing wrong with weed, but like everything, there needs to be a balance. Like, you could only smoke so much joints. Like,
Moderation.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was heavily into that, like drinking and shit. I'm doing that shit right now, but we drinking in moderation.
Hell yeah.
And we're not like, you know,
we want the Coors sponsorship at some point, you know?
But yeah, fuck.
That's fucking real, bro. Yeah. It's like, you gotta understand like what's productive and what's not productive for you at a certain point, you know? So you got into the art kind of following
my kid.
That's so
like dope. I got back into it in the hospital when he was like being born. Like, you know, like I was done with art. I couldn't give a shit about art. It was just like it's like art was like a girl that you knew you could get any time of day, so you
Right.
just put her on the back burner. Not to be effed up and say that, but just in a little analogy, so you can understand. Like it was just something I knew I could get back into, but him being born, I just started drawing in the hospital. I just started sketching bare. I just started sketching, and then he was born, and then I couldn't do shit. I couldn't go out with my friends anymore. Like I couldn't skate anymore. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna start drawing, but going a little too fast. But like back then in LG, I came up with Not for the Common Folk. If you want to talk about that, like my IG name,
Yes.
and that was made when I was at my lowest, I guess. That's why it sounds so aggressive, like Not for the Common Folk. It sounds like you're not allowed, like in, you know, it sounds very...
It's odd future-ish.
It does, low-key, yeah. And it's basically just Not for the Common Folk means like, it's made for people who think outside the box, like how you are.
Yeah.
Like I can see that from time. Like this dude randomly messaged me on Instagram. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like he gets it. Like Instagram is big. Like he's not afraid to reach out to people and grow his brand. So like I mess with that. So of course I'm gonna go, you know, show love.
Gang, respect.
But yeah, I was just made out of pure anger, but it grew to be something beautiful because I keep going. Like I haven't stopped yet. Like, yeah.
Bro, that to me is the sickest shit to hear. I'm gonna try to relate it back, but a couple things I took from what you just said. A lot of people, let's say they find out their girl's pregnant. A lot of people are gonna just be like, fuck, like that's it for me now. You took it a different direction. You saw, okay, I can't do what I was doing before, but let me do something else that's maybe even better, even more productive, do stuff like this. Go back to an old talent that you had, you know. It's like that to me is like making the most out of your situation, which is a huge part of life, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
And then the other thing that you brought up that I fuck with right now is outside the box. It's like you're understanding, hey, some people might not get what I'm trying to do, but some people will, you know. And it's like, all right, I'm gonna keep going. Like you never know where we can go if we keep going.
You can never keep going. Like
Nah.
a lot of people hate on the internet, but we're in 2021, and if COVID showed you anything, it's Instagram and all that shit is very powerful, and a lot of people have bad outlooks on that shit. Like, bro, why are you on Instagram, man? Like, why are you on social media? Like, that's not gonna get you nowhere. It's about going outside and talking to the man to get you get your networking up. It's like Instagram's a new networking, bro. Instagram's a new college. Like, in network, you could talk to your favorite rappers.
Facts.
I've talked to my favorite skateboarders off Instagram.
Should never happen.
And I have
in the
no
past.
followers. Like, if you want to be in that mindset of like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter how much followers you have. It doesn't matter how much like cash you have. It's all about being resilient and like
That hustle,
you know
bro.
what I'm saying? Like
Hustle.
it's real.
Hustle is, the tools might be different, but the like heart is the same. Whatever era, you know. Like yeah, I'm just gonna keep trying this shit. Keep moving. That's real as fuck, bro. Let's go back to the Not for a Common Folk a little bit.
Okay.
When did you start that out? The high school time?
Oh no, it was LG. Like
That was during LG.
Yeah, like when I was like a manager or like supervisor, and while people were working, I would be on the desk drawing like random cartoons, and like I don't know, like every other day, like 5 cartoons bring home. Like, I had a whole different process, like what I do now. Like with the iPad, I would just draw it out, take a picture of it, put it on my computer, and trace it and all that shit. But yeah, that's where it started, and I felt like it was over. I was just mad, and so I made the name that, which turned positive now, but it still has that aura. Because I don't want to be too negative. I have a son. Like he changed my energy. I was very like aggressive, like very aggressive, bro. And I wasn't a guy to like come out and like be, you know, open arms, like, yo, what's up, bro? I fuck with your podcast and shit. Like I was very to myself, like even with certain people. I don't get too into it, but yeah.
No, that's real, bro.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people that have been even just young in general can relate to that. I think everyone's felt that at some point where it's like, bro, fuck this shit. Like I'm just, you know, on some bullshit right now. And I think that's good to experience. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, fuck it. This is mine right now. I'm doing it my way. And then, like you said, as you get older, as other events happen to you, you might change that. But it was a part of your life, you know?
For sure. Yeah.
It's valuable experience.
Definitely.
So do you feel like you're a little more maybe outgoing than you were at
Super outgoing.
Is that a challenge? Like,
I'm comfortable now. It was hard as hell.
Facts.
I would never. Someone messaged me. I'm like, bro, I ain't coming. I ain't talking to you, nigga. Not that I hate you. It's just like maybe I'm a bitch, low key, that I don't want to get out there. And we have like a stigma. You're too cool for certain shit, so you just want to be cool and not be open, bro. You want money, or you just want to be big, or want to expand anything. You got to be that. You can't just be, yo, I could do this myself.
That's exactly.
And
right,
my dad's
bro.
been telling me this my whole life. Never listened till now.
So you're a man now, though.
It's weird. Now. I had to man up. I used to have dreads and shit. I cut my hair off just to grow up. It was like a symbolism of growing up. Right. I feel like if I had dreads, I'll feel like I'll be in that kid mind. No disrespect to people that have dreads, but like just for my own feeling. Like I felt like I was too outgoing, or like I don't want to be that party nigga no more.
To make a change.
Yeah, for sure.
To make a change. Mm-hmm. I get that, bro. Like your physical appearance is important too. Mm-hmm. Like everything is a reflection on you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you don't fucking take a shower that day, you're like, oh, I don't give a fuck type vibe. Like it all goes back to, it's weird how that shit works, bro.
Very weird.
That's real as fuck though. That's just like manning up, doing things that are uncomfortable. I feel like that's the only way to grow, you know? And I think that's where some people get stuck, where it's like, oh, I just want to keep doing what I've been doing. If you do that, you're not going to get where you want to be, you know?
Because this whole thing is, if you want to get weird, this whole system is designed to keep you broke. And
Big
it's
facts.
To keep you
bummy.
It's supposed to keep you in La La Land, like going to clubs. No, go to clubs, but don't do it every day.
Exactly.
But it's designed to keep you off your game, like. And I see a lot, and I noticed that at a young age, like, you know, like
it's distractions, man.
Yeah, it's distractions.
It's distractions. I think you mentioned COVID before, like it's the ultimate distraction now, you know, where you can't forget about the art that you do or the whatever you're doing. Like you can't let these outside distractions like hinder, which is very hard.
Very hard.
But it's work you have to put in, you know?
That's another thing, work. I didn't think I had to work for certain shit. Like I think I was jaded from being young and people saying you're good at something. So I never thought, and I was an Allen Iverson fan, and he said practice.
Shout out
what the practice? Shout out to Iverson.
Practice.
Yeah, like I never thought I had to practice. I just thought my basketball talent came naturally, and I could just be that guy till whatever or anything. I didn't think you really had to put the work in, like for certain shit. But for art, I had to like level up, because if you see my first iPad drawing till now, it's like complete different.
Bro, you've been doing your exercise, man. You just been working out on this shit.
Shout out to
improve.
Ro Art. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your last name wrong, but he's a big inspiration. There's another girl I went to college with, big inspiration on art. Just independent people doing big things, like the Gordon dude or Ro. He does work for rappers, fucking Madden 22 covers. And I went to school with this dude. I'm seeing him do this. I'm like, bro, I need to do this.
It's all these people that are doing these big things are human too. You know,
even you, bro. You never know.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Podcast is a big avenue. A lot of people don't know.
No, a lot of people don't know.
That's why I came, bro. Because I appreciate podcasting. You never know. Like, people worried about like music streams, like a single. You get like you get like 20,000 streams on one song for 3 minutes. A podcast is an hour. Imagine you get 20,000 plays on an hour.
And it's like the thing about podcasts that always been interesting to me is it's like kind of a time capsule. We both a common interest we both have is No Jumper. Bro, you ever go back and watch old No Jumper interviews?
That's why I came.
That's what I'm saying,
because you never know.
That's what I'm saying. See, we're on the same. We're on the same.
I did that the other day. I watched this. I was there from the start.
Me too.
Because I was like an Antoine Dixon fan, and he had
BMX.
one. And I watched that shit. I was like, what? And Adam, I see the similarities with me and Adam, like just his upbringing. Like he's into BMX. I'm into skating. He didn't really have any other like avenues to go in, so he's like, fuck it, I'm just gonna bet on myself. And this shit is big. It's a big business, bro.
Exactly, bro. And
No Jumper is like official now.
No Jumper is huge, bro. Like, and just seeing the people you named right there, those are the inspirations I look at, because they were just normal people, bro, that were just doing it. That's it. Figuring it out as you go. You ever heard that phrase, start and then figure it out?
Yeah.
I fuck with that.
Definitely.
Because it's like, oh, let me just get it all sorted out, then I'll start. Then you're like, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much to learn, I'm not even going to start,
Mm-hmm.
you know? But as you continue to go, you see improvements in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy shit, bro. I'm a big fan of talking about, like, the process of stuff, you know? It's
definitely a process. Yeah.
That's a big fact.
Because this could be flipped into a bigger office space, and then a bigger office space, then merch, and then
that's what I'm saying. You get the vision,
and then
bro.
Spotify
You get
say, yo, bro, let me give you a bag. Let me have your show on our platform. Then that's your bag for life.
There we go, bro.
Even if you quit, it's still residuals.
And then we do
it's over.
And we do the fucking collab.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
We design some shit.
Mm-hmm. I'm down, bro.
That would be fun. I already see the artwork. I'm like, oh, there's some stuff we could do with this.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. I love that, bro. I love the mentality of let's not talk about what might not happen. Let's talk about what might happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know? You never fucking know. If not me, then who else?
Mm-hmm.
You know? So I rate that, bro. I really respect your mentality. Like, if I put myself in your shoes, when I reached out to you, I probably didn't think you would be down. But I'm like, let me reach out anyway. But I'm like, when this guy said, yo, let's do it, I'm like, that's fucking sick. That's real. I respect that.
I went on like a binge of just showing love to everyone because I kept a lot of love inside. Like, I didn't show love to anyone, even though I'm like, this dude's snapping. But I ain't going to comment on your shit.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Like, I was that dude. And a lot of people are like that.
Hell yeah. I've been like that myself.
Like, bro, when you know your shit is good and, like, you know that guy's your friend, like, and they don't show love, even though it's Instagram, but it's just a tap of a button. It's not even anything, but, like, there's social media ego.
It is.
And a lot of people have that shit. I don't have that shit. I used to have it, but I don't have that no more, bro. I did art for randoms, but I fuck with their movement for free. I don't need money from you. It's all about collabing to get the bigger pot, bro.
Exactly.
It's not always about a check.
No,
in the beginning.
That's like short-sighted.
Mm-hmm.
You never know what something could turn into, bro. Fuck the money,
bro.
That's
you can get something bigger than, like, you know, I don't know.
Bro, exactly. All these fucking I have a little thing, cliche gang. Like, bro, there's all these cliches that people have been saying for years are fucking true. Like, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, it's fucking insane how real that shit is.
That's why I love old people now, bro. Like, when I was young, I hated on old people. Like, I was a stupid skater kid that would just clown anyone that's old.
You're like, tucking in your shirt.
Look at this old nigga, bro.
Yeah.
But those guys are the keys to success because they've been through life. I treasure them, bro. You got to treasure your parents, treasure your grandparents because they could lead you to success. My dad was my conscience my whole life. And everything he said to me, I said, get out of here, bro. I could do it myself. Everything he said, it's happening. Trippy shit.
So interesting, bro. It's one of those where I think you do have to go through it yourself to see it. But then definitely. You look at what your dad said, you're like, that's what he fucking meant. He was right the whole time.
That's like having kids. You realize that parents are just human beings and
huge.
They're not just parents, like superheroes. Like, they're human beings that just fucked and had a kid. Some people fuck and have love, like they plan for it, but a lot of people are just fucking and like, oh shit, we have a kid, we gotta grow up. Like, what are we gonna do? And
have no idea what they're doing.
Yeah, and
let's try.
Definitely. And I slandered my parents because they didn't support skateboarding, but I have a kid now and I look through their eyes and it's like, skateboarding, like, you're dope at basketball. Like, I've lived life to know that basketball could lead to success.
Yeah.
But I didn't see it at a young age. I just thought, I'm like, you're hating on me. But that's just their way of thinking, bro. And it's
true.
Life.
It's that protective bond, you know?
Definitely.
100%. It's crazy to think about, bro. And as you get older, you start to realize how crazy life gets too. And you're like, bro, my parents are doing what they did was so real. Like, because I'm like, fuck, this shit's crazy.
Life is insane.
Insane, man. Every day something changes.
Life scares me now, bro.
Yo,
my parents used to be like, I don't trust you going on the bus. I'm like, why? I could take the bus. But now it's like, the world is like GTA,
shit could
bro.
happen on the bus.
The world is like the Grand Theft Auto of the video game. One man might have a gun on the bus just because he has it and he's mad. You might snap on the bus.
It's true, bro. It's
you
like
don't know.
Just to make shit happen, you gotta ignore a lot of shit.
You gotta.
You're like, yeah, this could happen, but fuck, I still gotta do this.
I feel like my dad was too paranoid, but God bless him. My dad's actually a funny dude. This guy leaves the stereo on in the garage, so people think someone's home at all times.
My grandparents used to do that. That's like a classic shit to do.
It's funny as hell.
The fucking thief comes to the door, music's playing, let me get out of there. That's real as hell, man. What does he say about the art? What do your parents say about the art now?
My dad's always been forcing me to sell my shit, but I always felt like I wasn't ready to sell. And I don't really care for money. That sounds insane. Like, what? You don't care about money? But I feel like time will happen. Like, shit will happen. Like, from where I started to where I'm now, everything that's happened was all free love, and it brought me here. Like,
hell yeah.
If I didn't do art, I wouldn't be here. If I didn't post on my Instagram, I wouldn't be here.
Bro, there's different ways to quantify the money, you know?
But now I feel like I'm ready to sell my shit. But it's all about timing.
All about timing, bro. All about timing and being ready when that time comes. That's fire. You said you had some questions for me. I'm kind of curious about what that might have been.
Just questions like, how did you get into podcasting? Or like, what sparked the idea of you wanting to make your own shit?
For me, I always was a kid that just loved kind of like independent spirit, you know, like going back to the skateboard talk, like seeing like Lords of Dogtown, for example, they did their own shit. Like they weren't waiting for people to show them love, like they were just doing it, and I always fucked with that. And then as I was getting older, I started to realize, I'm like, yo, I gotta find something I like to do, you know, something cool. And then I always talked about a podcast and then never did. Then I started my 9-to-5 job, and as I started that, I'm like, oh fuck, like I'm stuck now. Like this is gonna be my life and shit like that.
Yeah, trust me.
That's if any younger guys or like kids listening to this, you gotta pay the bills, bro. Like that's a fact.
It's insane.
And those thoughts do happen. We're like, fuck, I'm stuck. Like next this is gonna happen, then I'm in the cycle. But one piece of advice I'd give you: there's always time in the day. Whether it's an extra hour that you're not doing something, there's time for you to try something. And finally, I'm just like, bro, you know what? I have a microphone. Let me start this shit up. I always love like No Jumper and all. I've been a podcast guy anyway. From there, bro, I just started unlocking shit. Like, wow, I could do whatever the fuck I want with this, and it's a cool way to meet people like yourself. So that's the main. I don't know if I explained that okay, but
no,
that's
that was
more
good,
or less
man.
what I meant.
I feel you. I appreciate entrepreneurs. Like I put this address in my GPS. I'm driving, and I'm like, this shit's dark. Where the hell is the house? Like, where's the building, bro?
Hell yeah.
And I parked in the parking lot. I'm like, what the fuck?
Outside,
I'm like, wait,
baby.
this guy, he's renting it. Something. I'm like, okay, I appreciate that because it's like putting your foot in the door and actually making a home for your creativity. Which I need to do, but
you gotta take. I think whatever you're doing, you gotta take it somewhat serious, even if it's not something that you want. Like I'm not relying on this to pay my bills.
That's
really,
why you're free with it. Yeah,
I want to take it serious in a way, you know. Like fuck it, let's do this. I got people coming through. I don't want them coming through to a shithole. Like you know what I'm saying? It's one of the. It teaches. I feel like it teaches how to move. You know, if working for someone is cool, but until you have to make decisions for yourself, I think you're limited in what you know. You ever fuck with Dame Dash?
Oh, I fuck with Dame Dash. You like Dame Dash?
That's my guy.
Okay,
He's a huge influence for me, bro.
I feel like he was in 2021 back in the I say 2000s. He was already, have your own business, have your own this, have your own that.
People
Everyone's like,
clowned him.
No, work for Joe.
Bro, people clowned him.
Even Jay-Z.
Even Jay-Z, bro. People look at Jay-Z as the guy.
Yeah.
For me, I was always looking at Dame. Like, yo.
He was more for the culture. Like what you're doing, it's not like, I need that guy because he's clean and he's driving the Ferrari here. Like, you want this, let's say streets, but like you want
people doing it.
You want the average person that has an idea of wanting to do something right with their life, and it's more open. It's more
spirit.
Yeah, it's not like suited up and we're like being fake. And like we have wine and shit.
Exactly, bro. Like underground, like raw. Dame, bro, he's a huge influence for me. Some people talk about him like he's the devil, which is wild. Like, oh, he's fucking, like, he's an asshole, this and that. For me, it's like you're missing the whole message. Like, if you listen to what he's actually saying, he's fucking genius. Like, yo, who wants to have someone to ask permission? Like, you ought to do what you want, right? That's how I see it.
His spirit, or like his...
I
know people they don't know how to... I know how to gauge people because I was a skater, and...
Yeah.
The average person look at it like a dirty skater dude, like, just they'll be like, hey, I'm not talking to that guy, but go talk to that dude. He's probably a nice guy, no matter if he's screaming or like raging out. Like there's beauty in everybody. You just gotta find it or just decipher what's real and what's not. Like that's what Dame is. He's loud, but he cares about his business, his people.
Might rub people the wrong way, but he's got a message there. Hell yeah, bro. I remember an interview where he was talking about, he's like, bro, I've tried to make everything. Like, I've made clothes, I've made motor oil. Like, he's done, and I'm like, bro, I love that, because it's like, people could clown you because it might not have worked, but you fucking made something.
You tried it. Yeah, you
motor
did it.
oil, like, what the fuck? That's amazing to me. So that's a huge influence.
Definitely.
For sure. Hell yeah,
who other influences?
Dame for sure. No Jumper, podcast wise, is the main one. Like the early No Jumpers, bro. It's like one camera in the back of a store. Anyone could do that shit. You know, it's just you have to do it. Those are big ones. And then even like old, like the Ramones, like bands like that, punk guys like that. Even like you brought up BAM, like the Jackass series, bro. The early
they were
shit,
YouTube before YouTube.
Crazy.
Or like TikTok.
Crazy.
That
TikTok,
type of
for
it's
real.
like that type of content. Like go to McDonald's and slip and do dumb shit. Like they were ahead of the time, but
huge ahead of the time. A lot of the 2000s was influential for me, because I don't know if you agree, but 2000s was still very edgy, but they're using new ways to do shit. Like internet was coming up a little bit, but still very like raw.
Super raw.
Yeah.
Like raw wrestling, WWF.
It's not even huge wrestling.
It's not even like that no more, bro.
No, fuck
wrestling was like, I was a wrestling fan. I was a fucking.
Cheers to that, bro.
Me and my brother, bro, Stone Cold.
Bro, do you see the bottle opener I got right there? There we go. Hell
Stone Cold was the guy, bro.
Honestly, bro, anything that was a little bit against the grain, I fucking tended to go that way, and I'm still that way. So those are my influences. Things that are against the grain that people are like, what the fuck is this? But I'm like, no, there's something here, you know?
Bro, those are the people that make the most change.
That's what I'm saying.
They're themselves. They're not fitting in and making the same content. It's literally, this is me.
Big facts.
It's like a big, I don't know.
Did you hear about Norm Macdonald? No. Died yesterday, comedian. He's a Canadian comedian. He was back in like the 80s and 90s. He was on Saturday Night Live for a long time. He was extremely like unique. Like he would tell a 5-minute joke that no one would know what the fuck he's talking about just because he found it funny, you know? And he was like, bro, if I find it funny and if like 2 people find it funny, sick. And that's where it's cool to see. Like there's those types of spirits all over the place. Whatever, even in the corporate world. Anywhere you look, there's someone that you could probably be like, okay, this is a cool guy, you know? That's part of growing up, too. As a kid, I'm like, oh, these guys are square. It's like, no, it's not really like that, you know? Real as fuck.
Crazy.
So, yo, you were talking before we got on the podcast, you're talking a little bit about some of the music you've been fucking with today. What is there anything that interests you? Any artists that have your attention?
I don't want to piss people off because I'm from the 90s, but I like everything. I learned to realize that hip hop is just like skateboarding or like anything, and it evolves, and you just gotta accept it and see the beauty in the new shit.
Adapt or get left behind.
Adapt or get left behind, but at the same time, it's just the youth is turned, and a lot of people that are my age don't know how to just be like, let them have their shit. Like we had a time like when. Like Soulja Boy was out when I was young. Like the whole gym went crazy when Crank That came on. And
huge.
My brother would probably say, yo, turn that shit off. But in my time, that was like
number one.
You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, but I would turn that shit down when he was around. But now it's like everyone can eat now. It's like you can have like a little Uzi making money, and you can have like a Griselda make money.
Yeah.
Which hypes me up because I like making Griselda type music, or like I fuck with that type of. That's what I grew up on. Like so I can freestyle on that cadence and shit. But
Griselda's so interesting, bro. They were like if we were back in the 90s, they'd fit in super well. Now they're like the odd one out, but they're the old heads.
They're the old heads. But it's
they're
dope.
New.
It's dope that everyone could be like comfortable and make money. Like you could have like I don't know, like what I said, like a Lil Uzi and like a Benny the Butcher, and they could still
both be killing it.
Or like a Meek Mill and Lil Uzi, they just made a song. Like they could fuse together now.
I love that, bro.
Back then it was not like that.
No, hell no. Now that's again, I think the internet where you could point out a lot of negatives about internet shit, but that stuff is cool as hell. That people from all different backgrounds can come up, as long as the music's fire. Beautiful. There's a lane for everybody.
And I enjoyed the birth of that shit because you're a No Jumper fan.
Hell yeah,
and if it wasn't for No Jumper, there wouldn't be like, come on. Like, he put that whole sound on.
Got fucking Lil Peep and Lil Tracy.
You fuck with them?
Those are my guys, bro.
Oh shit.
Hell
okay,
yeah.
we became boys.
Bro, Lil Peep, when this, not to get too emotional, but when Lil Peep,
we're boys now.
Lil
I might not
Peep,
look like I like them, but bro, those
Lil
guys are
Peep
fun.
and Lil Tracy, man. I listen to them probably every day.
Oh man,
Lil Peep, bro. When I was fucking with this guy heavy,
me too.
I'm like, this guy is next for
Me
real.
too.
When that shit happened, bro, that felt like I lost a friend for real.
I was at work lunchtime, or looked up at the monitor, and I see Lil Peep has overdosed. I'm like, nah.
You know, I called in sick that day.
Fuck.
I called in sick that day. I'm like, nah, this is fucked.
You know why I like Lil Peep? Because he was who I wanted. Their sound is what I wanted it to be when I was young. Like,
Big
I like
facts.
Blink 182. He's like a Blink 182 mixed with Kurt Cobain,
Nirvana.
and like just some other shit. I'm like, it's beautiful. Like, just the sound, like the trap drums with the guitar. Like, it's a, bro. If you hate on that, then it's like, I don't know,
Bro,
it's dope shit, man. You just
Lil Peep, I literally think is one of the best artists ever. Like, I'll stand on that forever, bro. He's got some fuck it, it kills me that he only got to put out
we
what
can
he
get
did.
dark. I feel you, bro.
But, yo, Lil Peep, man, you know, I don't regret anything in life. Like, I'm one of those guys where, no, everything happened for a reason, but I was going to go to his fucking Toronto show. You remember that?
Yeah,
that was like
I was
a
gonna
couple
go to
weeks
that.
before. And
I was going to go to that.
It was
bro.
like a Wednesday, I think, or
Yeah,
a Tuesday,
I
and I'm like, fuck, I got to work. And bro.
Same shit. I was going to go to that.
Bro,
And then he
that
passed.
fucks with me, man.
Fuck.
That guy, I still, you know, he's got music too where I'll listen to it and I didn't pick up on certain things that he's saying. Like, wow, this guy was really fucking.
He got me through some hard times.
Same,
Is,
bro.
is
He
that,
still
is
does.
that lame as that sounds?
No,
to
that's
like
facts.
people that bump like aggressive rap music, like, what? Lil Peep guy?
Bro.
Nigga. I was
Bro.
fucked up. Me and my girl, Nielsen and Ellesmere, in like a bachelor apartment. There's no furniture. There's just boxes and shit because her mom kicked her out. I'm gonna get too personal and shit, but we were there and we just held it down. Like, and she's like she wasn't raised with the proper, like, you know, like life skills. Because I won't get into her business, but like it was just fucked up, and like she was just thrown to the curb, and we just held it down in that apartment, and I was like barely making enough money to do whatever, and that music fucked me up. I'll be getting high as fuck to Lil Peep, bro.
Bro,
Lil Peep
that's
got me do some
emotional music, bro.
Yo, real shit.
Lil Peep, man, rest in peace to that guy, bro. I'll never gone. Like, that guy will always be in my playlist. That's for sure. He's I feel like he's kind of that same spirit where he was his own lane, bro. He was doing.
Can't touch it.
Cannot touch it.
If you try, you're copying.
Exactly. And people, you can see now there's copycats, and it's not even close, bro. It's not.
That's
comparable.
why I cut this shit off.
Trash.
I know, like, people don't think hair is so symbolic, but like, like, bro, there was a time where like dreads it was straight Jamaican vibes, like Bob Marley vibes. You have dreads, like
the long ass.
what are you, a
ones.
Rasta? You have, and I had like the fade. I had like the dread fade. No one had it. I'm not even talking shit. This is like 2015. No one had it. People look at me like, what's on your head? Like my aunt's like, what the fuck's on your head?
Yeah.
And then like X came out. It was just dope. And he had the shit. And he had like the fade with the cornrows and shit. Then he died. And then Juice died. And then everyone's dying. I'm like, bro, like
Crazy,
they literally
bro.
changed the sound of music. And if no one wants to accept that, then it's crazy. But that group of people changed music.
Bro, one of my close homies, he's older, and he grew up like listening to 90s rap, aggressive music and shit. And I put him on to a lot of the SoundCloud shit. And yo, he's like, bro, this is unreal. Like he's like, yo, this is real shit. Like I feel like if you fuck with real music, you would fuck with that stuff,
Bro,
no matter
it's like
what.
true expression.
True expression, bro.
There's no writing. I doubt Lil Peep probably freestyle a lot of his shit. Probably wrote some of it, but that music is pure expression, whatever.
He made a lot of his shit in his fucking room by himself.
Dope.
Crazy,
You
bro.
like Lil Tracy too?
I fuck with Lil Tracy heavy. Lil Tracy has some songs from, especially earlier on, that they don't know about it. Unreal, bro.
He put people like Lil Nas X.
Oh my god,
but I feel like
bro.
Lil Nas X is just like
Like a farmer.
it's like the acceptable version of
It's
Lil Tracy. I'm not even talking shit on Lil Tracy. He does his flamboyant shit, but like
It's like the mainstream version of. It's the watered down Lil Tracy, bro.
it's crazy.
Which is fucked.
Lil Tracy is like he started a lot of shit.
Huge.
A lot of shit. Clothes, like just the way he rocks his hair and shit.
You know what else, not to change subject, but another, you asked about my influences, the way they film their shit, those videos, bro, you know they film that in like an hour. It's just them like, yo, we got the camera, let's film it. All of their videos. I'm like, yo, that is what I love, bro. Like, let's just do it. Let's do it. Let's put it out. Let's make another one. Like, that's the shit I fuck with, man.
They changed everything.
They changed everything, bro.
R.I.P. to them.
Huge. Fuck. You know, I'm not gonna lie too. I haven't been interested in an artist like super heavy since those guys, bro.
Me too. I can't lie. I can't even think of anyone.
Nah.
No offense, but
there's people I'll fuck with. They got a couple songs here and there, but those guys were different, bro. Those guys were different, man.
It's like all of their flows, like was thrown in a blender, and now it's this sound. Like it used to be. It was like old school rap, low key. You had like famous decks with like just a random cadence, but that cadence is still infused in today's sound.
Facts.
And people gotta give him his credit,
bro.
Like all that dancing shit. That's all that shit is all fused into one. Like
it's very true, bro. Adam was talking about this on a show, No Jumper. He was talking about how it's pretty fucked how the biggest guys from that time, like they're not in the best spot right now. Like they either are not here at all, or they're like you mentioned, famous Dex. Like he's always on some shit. Like it's fucking crazy to think about that, bro.
It's like, you know, the 70s, like how they had like the cocaine area and it was like Party City. We had that.
Yes.
2017, we had that. It was like pure drug infested turn up music, and everyone
was like 18 years old,
bro. Crazy. Everyone supported it, and then when everyone got clean, we shitted on the people who made us, you know, vibe, which is famous Dex. Now we just shit on him when we should help him.
That's a fact.
He pioneered this shit.
It's true, bro. It's very much like a user culture, you know.
Use and abuse.
The SoundCloud time was, and I don't want to be like old man back in my day shit, you know, but that time period when we were going through, I knew it was pretty special. I'm like, this is some shit.
A moment.
It was a moment.
Moment in time. And
it was a moment.
If now you're accepting the culture, it's like a little too late.
Yes. It's
I talk shit. Agree. That's my shit talking.
No, bro, it's sad to say, but the SoundCloud shit is not what it is anymore. Everything changed. Everything comes to an end at some point. But that period of time, bro, when Peep and them, X and Juice WRLD died, like those are the three biggest stars.
X, not to be fucked up, but when he died, I wasn't sad. I wasn't sad because I knew it was coming.
He talked about that shit.
Unfortunately,
he talked about that shit. He's a wild one.
Wild boy.
I actually was just rewatching his interview a couple days ago. Crazy.
That's No Jumper's spark.
Yeah. Bro. That's where, yo, you never know, bro. You never know. You never fucking know. But that's why I want to support new shit. You know, I want to support cool people. Like, do my best at least, you know, because there's no, like you said before, it doesn't cost you anything, you know?
It's just interactions.
Guys, exactly, bro. You never know.
Lead to something great.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. That's real shit. Fuck, bro. We're coming up on an hour. I feel like this shit's flying by, but is there any, like, specific stuff you wanted to discuss a little bit? What are some plans for... Actually, yo, talk about your music. You say you make a little music?
My music is not even a thing. It's more of like a passion project because... my hip hop is straight influences of what I love, and I'm not gonna settle to fit in. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen.
Are you rapping or producing or both?
I just freestyle, bro. I could freestyle verses and
send me some of those.
Freestyle choruses, and this is something I've been doing since I was 9. Like from my brother freestyling, and you know,
send me those. I want to hear that.
Straight
shit.
Slim Shady.
Yeah.
Straight. If you want to, like, you know Charles Hamilton, you probably don't even know Charles Hamilton.
Bro, of course.
The rapper?
Where's he been?
You know Charles Hamilton?
Hell yeah,
bro. That's Charles the GOAT
Hamilton,
to me. He's like a underground Kanye.
Max Bigavell, you fuck with Max B?
Oh yeah, bro.
That's my guy. There's a crazy
Neverland.
video still on YouTube of him and Charles Hamilton
Like cooking up in the kitchen.
rolling up a blunt.
Yeah.
You seen that video?
Bro, Neverland. I think it's called Neverland.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came out with a banger with Rita Ora a couple years ago, and he was on Breakfast Club and shit. I thought he was gonna like really pop back out, but I haven't seen him lately.
People have spirit animals, like that's mine. Like he's a guy that doesn't care.
Bro, you kind of look like him a bit.
Bro, he probably my brother.
Have you heard that before?
No. He's probably my brother.
Now, I'm like, fuck, you look a bit like, now that's who I'm. Wow, that's crazy, bro.
All my freestyles is straight Charles cadence.
Well, yo, he was like huge for a bit in mid 2000s.
I think people were scared of him, to be honest.
Cause he was out there. He was different. He was not.
He was. I don't want to cut you off, but he was Lil Peep and Lil Tracy. If you look at old Charles Hamilton videos, he has his nails painted. I personally would not get my nails painted, but he was on that shit. Now it's like accepted, but he was just out there. Like I don't give a shit. He made goth music.
Yeah.
Back in the day, he was trying the sound before it happened, but he didn't know how to do it right.
Yeah.
But
and he was involved with like drugs and shit too. Before.
super druggy guy.
Bro, shout out to Charles Hamilton though. I feel kind of with this podcast too a little responsible to bring up people like him that have made huge impacts, but they're not gonna be on TV, you know, like, but they still deserve to get shine. So
I feel like
shout out for that.
Yeah, man. Shit.
Bro, that's real. I was not expecting to hear Charles Hamilton.
Bro, Charles Hamilton. The first day I saw his freestyle on, I think, DJ Enough, I'm like, I just admired freestyling because it's like a lost art, and the freestyle word gets thrown around like with writtens. That's not a freestyle, bro.
Bro,
I get
memorizing
offended,
a fucking
it's like,
memorizing a paragraph on your phone is not a freestyle.
It should be like true, like, and I feel like it's true expression. There's no like, oh no, let me erase that. It's literally whatever you're hearing. It's my honesty because it's from my brain, which is, you know,
hell yeah.
Fuck with freestyles.
You fuck with Riff Raff?
Do you fuck with Riff Raff?
Hell yeah.
I fuck with Riff Raff. I don't know why. Is that a bitch move? I wait till you fuck with him. Like, yeah, I fuck with it. But Riff Raff was the guy in high school, bro.
Love him.
He was ahead of his time with the fashion and hairstyles and antics, and he has, bro. What's it called? Versace Python
that song's hard, bro. That's a song where I'll put on and get like, wow,
yeah,
like, this is crazy.
Fuck. I can't think of the other one. He has bare songs.
Time.
You know, that time is good.
Crazy.
It's acceptable. Post Malone makes that music now, but back then it was like, what are you singing for, bro?
Facts. Bro, Riff Raff's a lot of people's father in this shit too. I should have brought him up when we talk about influences. That guy, bro, an alien. He's a fucking alien, but
I'm glad he made it. Like he made it. He got the bag.
Love that guy, bro. Anyone that's doing that shit, but then they keep, bro. If you're like putting yourself out there, but you fold, you're like, I can't. I'm not like, fuck it. I'm just gonna do what people want. Then it's like whack. But if you keep going, rate it. Whatever you're doing, even if it's not my cup of tea, rate that shit.
That's what I'm trying to do. Let's keep it going.
Keep it going.
My Instagram is just a.
Yo, your Instagram is fire though.
It's like if you want to get to know me, you could literally go on my Instagram and be like, I kind of know this guy. Like I kind of get a funny.
Hell yeah.
Like free spirit type dude.
N4TCF.
N4TCF.
N4TCF. Go check this guy's Instagram. Very, very interesting Instagram, bro. Like that, which is a weird thing to say. Like, what's an interesting Instagram? But you go on it, you got a lot of different artwork, stuff like this. You got a lot of different skateboarding clips. I saw a couple of them went pretty like low-key viral too.
Bro, I mastered. If you ever want help getting your shit out there, I have a formula. Like it works.
Send me that, bro.
It works, bro. Like hashtags are say Instagram's the new resume. If you want to be a rapper, flood your Instagram.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people delete their pages to give off a free or true, like a new start. But like, bro, that's a catalog. Like that's your catalog. And if a random producer goes on your page and he's scrolling, like, damn, like it's never ending. If you have like 3 posts, you'd be like, what the hell? Who's this guy, bro? People think they're Drake, but they're not Drake yet.
Exactly.
You gotta get there. You gotta.
It might be a little messy too. Fuck it, make a mess. That's real, man.
You like Drake? This is random.
I'm not it. So Drake's got some songs that I like.
Or have you listened to Donda? And
I have not listened to either of them.
Oh,
I've listened to you fuck with it. Donda?
I have it Donda for different reasons. It's
Kanye is always someone where I need to wait for all of the discussion to die down before I could listen to it. Like when Yeezus came out, I listened to that maybe like 2 months after. I'm like, let me take this in when it's quiet, you know.
I feel you.
That's how I listen to it. CLB, I've heard a couple tracks. Bro, Drake, this might piss people off. I find his music all sounds the same, more or less. But I do like how he's like just keeping his foot on people's necks, bro. Like he clearly wants to be considered number one, and I feel like he has to be. Like he's number one, and like you know.
I fuck with Drake, but I think Drake's gonna have he's gonna have a moment where people look back. Like the old rap groups like Furious 5. Like Don't Push Me Because I'm Close to the Edge video, and you watch that now and be like, yo, this shit look corny, bro. These niggas are wearing like high boots and like tight overalls and shit. In the future, you're gonna look back at Drake's old videos like Ashton Martin music, like what the fuck? This nigga is he'll just come off as he's gonna have a time where that king shit is put to like a rest, and he's just a normal dude making music.
For sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
But I fuck with Drake. There's songs that he's got
some heat.
The Party Next Door shits. I forgot what that song's called, but the Ethiopian Goddess line.
Recognize too. That was a bang.
That song's crazy.
That was crazy. He also, the thing about Drake that I've always liked is he clearly is paying attention to shit. He did an interview and they were talking about like, yo, how do you compare with like J. Cole and Kendrick? And he's like, bro, all those guys are nasty. Like they're crazy, but yo, they kind of do their thing. They stay in their lane and then pop out when an album comes. He's like, bro, I'm really outside. Like I'm in the, like I'm doing, like I'm everywhere. And I'm like, you know what? That's cool. Like,
I give him credit.
There
was a time in Toronto where that shit felt like anyone could be a star. I don't know what year it was, but this is like the Party Next Door era.
Like 16, I think.
Bro, that time was, everyone felt like they could rap. And that was a beautiful time. The dude actually made Toronto a thing. Back then, Toronto was like Cardinal official, bro. Yeah. Shout out to Cardinal. But
Drake's the GOAT in my eyes of like, if we're just talking pure like what he's accomplished everything, bro.
But
got the city.
The radio is big cheat code.
Oh, huge.
And like nowadays, there's no more radio, and it's more like streaming, the people. It's literally the people saying this is hot. Back then, it was like, I'm gonna pay you to play this, and now make it hot. Because you play something 10 times, it's gonna be hot.
Yeah, facts.
I think Drake has that. Bieber has that power. Yeah, but nowadays, it's like Lil Baby is like. But he put Lil Baby on, so shit, Drake's the best. Like.
That's the thing, bro. The thing with that guy is he puts his stamp on fucking everything.
He does,
bro,
and like,
somehow.
And we're gonna appreciate it later too.
Yeah, yeah, hell yeah. And you know what? I'll always look at him fondly too for how he handled that Meek Mill shit. Bro, the guy came at him and he fucking bullied him. Like at the end of the day, he
got his props with that.
He did, bro. He handled that like everyone who's a hip hop fan. Yeah. Bro, everyone's like, "Oh, Meek Mill's the real hip hop," but Drake came and fucking. Like, didn't fuck around, you know?
I think Drake's a hip-hop nerd, and he appreciates the culture.
He does.
And no matter what you, like, say about him, he's literally a rapper, and he appreciaes the art.
Hell yeah.
And a lot of people don't know that.
No, he's not here for acts by accident. He knows what he's doing.
Definitely. I say that about the radio, but he's here because he wanted to be here. Like,
yeah.
There's a video of him, like, scrolling through his notebooks of raps. I'm like,
for sure,
destined.
Work ethic is one of those things where it's not like an opinion. Like you worked hard, bro, and if you work hard at something, I feel like you deserve what you get. Definitely. So shout out to Drake, bro. I have not re-listened to that new album.
I haven't listened. Donda's actually a dope project. Just coming from if you take yourself out of like superstar, I don't know, and just look at Kanye as a human, and like imagine like. Let's talk about you, like, oh, like, try to play it with your life. Like, your podcast is blowing up. Everyone wants to fuck with your podcast. Fucking Spotify is throwing you shit. Anyone's throwing you shit. And, like, you can't share that with your mom, and she's been there throughout the whole journey. And then your mom dies based on a decision you made because you bought I think it was, like a liposuction or something. That'll fuck me up.
Yeah.
That'll make me kind of go crazy, like, what the fuck? Like, my whole brain probably will go crazy. Like, and like the dude drops shit that is from him. It's like me drawing. It's like, I don't care if you like it or not. I'm putting it out.
100%. As an artist, you have to respect what he does as an artist. His outside shit, you know, he's wild. Say that, but as an artist, he definitely puts himself on the line. He put Chief Keef on his fucking album,
Low-key, yeah,
which was crazy at the time. Like, he's done some shit like that. Hold My Liquor, remember that one? Fire.
Even fashion and shit. Like,
yeah,
there's a bunch of shit, and like, I feel like, do you remember the time when everyone thought Kanye was crazy when he was like spazzing on Sway? Do you remember that time?
Yeah. What was the quote he kept saying?
Houseway? I think it was Houseway.
Houseway.
He's talking about some guy had his own shoe company. He's like, yeah, but I'm trying to do it my own. I'm not trying to. I feel that shit now. Like, even you should feel that. Like, you want to do it yourself. And like the frustration of people saying, why don't you do that? Like, why don't you do that? It's like, bro, I'm trying to do it myself. And now.
It was that Dame
billionaire
mentality too.
Definitely.
It was.
Low key, he is kind of like Dame. The resilient.
He came from Dame,
yeah.
You know? No, that part of the Kanye shit I'll always respect. Even, I'm not going to get into a politics talk, but in the Trump days, this guy was saying, like, he was wearing that hat and shit, and, bro, no one was doing that. For him to do that, whatever he wanted, he obviously felt away, like, he wanted to wear the hat. He's doing what he wants to do. Gotta respect that, bro.
I have my own opinion on that. Like, I feel like he's thinking ahead. Like, in the time when Trump was president and he was rocking the hat, life was pretty blessed. Like, there's no corona. Like, you could walk to the store.
In hindsight, isn't that wild?
And now it's like, make America great again. Like, all this corona shit. It's like, and now when you look back on this shit, you're going to see a black guy in the White House. Like, how did you get there?
Yeah.
You're not even going to know Trump. You're just going to see a black guy with Trump. And it's Kanye. And you don't even know Trump or Kanye because you're a young kid. You just see, like...
That's a great way to put it.
It's crazy. I feel like he's thinking ahead. Like, you don't laugh at this now, but in the future, it's going to be like...
Yeah.
Whoa. Like, some God shit. Like, ain't no black guys in the White House, bro.
That's a great way to put it, actually. Ahead of his time. That's for sure. What you just said reminded me of something. It's a bit of a subject change, but I want to bring it up.
Oh, bro, we could do whatever.
Fucking... this was in the Chief Keef, like, when he was first coming out. I Don't Like and all that. And he was very controversial. You remember that shit. Bro, I remember Lupe Fiasco, who I was a big fan of his music. He said some shit about Chief Keef, more or less saying, like, you're representing bad shit. Like, more or less. 50 Cent said some real shit. He's like, bro, Chief Keef has dreads. You have dreads. A white guy or woman or anybody who knows nothing about rap music, you think they're going to look at you and say, you make really conscious rap? They're going to look at you just the same as Chief Keef. Like, you can't look at yourself. You can't criticize these guys without looking at yourself, you know? And I thought that was some real shit, what he said there.
Facts, yeah. That's why I love everybody.
Exactly.
And I appreciate, people hate gangster rap. I love gangster rap because gangster rap saved black people in a way. If you really want to break it down to NWA days, and like that whole F the cop shit, it put people onto the George Floyd shit back then. Because
it's ahead of his time.
Yeah, like it's not even bad music. It's literally all I know.
And to me, it's one of those things where I could look at it from a pure entertainment perspective too. It's like, it's art. It's art, man.
True expression.
It's films has shooting and killing and shit.
Bro, there's a September 11th documentary where they show unfortunately people falling down, like just free falling.
Yeah,
that is way more graphic than a Chief Keef song. I watch that shit now and it fucks me up. Like,
violence
that's just
on
crazy,
television
bro.
And shit.
It's crazy, and that's acceptable.
Crazy, right, bro? Nudity. Like, you ever been to Europe?
Nah.
You ever been to BC?
Nah.
Bro, I'm
gonna say a bunch of no's. You talk about location.
I recommend BC. I think you would fuck with it. But I was in Vancouver a couple months ago, and there's a beach there, and it's a nude beach. Bro, no one's wearing clothes, and my mind was blown because, bro, Toronto, people are not like that. They are not like that. Like, I would not say Toronto is like a city where people are very like laid back. I wouldn't. Would you use that word for Toronto? I probably wouldn't.
What, laid back?
Yeah.
No, they're very.
Definitely
It's like
not,
New
right?
York is very
Yes.
aggressive, like judgmental type shit.
Bro, when I went to fucking Vancouver, I see like people are super like chilling, like no one gave a fuck. It really hit me like, yo, there's some things like nudity, for example, where if it's on television, it's like a big thing. Like, remember Janet Jackson's titty came out?
Bro, that shit is.
Bro, there's places in our same country that don't give a fuck. Like, and I'm like, that to me is way better than seeing people getting their heads fucking blown off. Like, see some boobs, who cares?
Bro, you new kids are lucky. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
I had to wait till 2:00 in the morning to see some tits.
Bro, Showcase.
Now you guys got, bro.
Remember that shit?
I didn't have Showcase. I had Channel 7.
Okay.
If you know City TV.
City TV had it.
Bro.
TLN. Remember TLN?
Bro. Good old days.
Big facts.
Kids could go on TikTok and Instagram and do their thing.
That's a
We
good,
get too dirty, but
I want to put you in the future a little bit.
All right.
Your kid's a little bit older. How are you? How do you think you'll manage his like internet use?
bro, honestly, parents like to hide like blessings, and I feel like I'll let him do whatever he wants, because the more you know at a young age, the more you will know how to gauge away from you when you're older. If your parents shadow you from everything, you're gonna be. If you're a girl, you're gonna be a girl that likes to fuck around because your parents said don't fuck. Yeah. If you let your daughter fuck, she'll fuck at 15 or 16 and realize this is not for me. Or guys are lame and won't care that much. But if you shun them away from that, they're gonna want to jump on some shit. Just like if they, like. So for me, I would let him be free, but have a little bit of, like normal parent shit. But for the most part, he could do what he wants.
I rate that.
Because he's like, if he's like me, I was unfortunately exposed to a lot of shit at a young age. So when I got older, I wasn't the guy to like run up to every girl and do whatever, like, because I already been through that. Yeah. Like I was putting girls on when I was young. Like I don't get into that, but yeah, it was fuck, bro. I was a young dude trying to, fuck it.
I get you, bro. You gotta
let them be themselves, or else they're not gonna learn. Like I didn't learn a lot because my parents did everything. My mom does everything.
Gotta stub your toes. That's real shit.
Yeah, man.
That's real shit. I think about that, especially with weed. Like I smoked weed at a young age.
How young?
First time I ever smoked weed was probably 13.
Oh shit!
But I didn't regularly use it at that age. That didn't come till probably 15.
It was like a
16.
friend.
Yeah. Just like, want to try some weed? I'm like, sure.
How was your first weed experience?
The very first one, I didn't didn't really know how to smoke either. Like I was not. When I got to high school, I started getting it in more.
Tell me a funny high story.
I'll tell you a good one. My boy Camille will know exactly what I'm talking about. So this was in grade 10, Halloween. I remember this like yesterday, bro. I got a couple.
I have one too. I'll tell you after.
All right, bless. I was we're in school, lunchtime, and I'm like, yo, let's fucking smoke, whatever. And I had a couple of my homies, and I went to a high school where there was a creek behind it, and that was pretty much the unofficial like smoking spot. So we'd go there at lunchtime, whatever. And this particular day was popping. Like it was a Friday Halloween, so everyone's turning up. And this girl had this crazy bong, but it was like a fucking. I've still to this day never seen that shape again. Like it was a very strange shape. I'm like, this is dope. So I'm hitting that shit super hard. Passing fucking.
This is the first time. Oh shit!
It wasn't my first time.
Okay.
But it was the first time where I was like
trying to level up.
Yeah, and bro, I'm smoking, and we had like a couple things to pass around, whatever. And then walking back inside, and I'm like, oh, fuck, I am fried. So, and this is funny, like, it's funny because there's people wearing, like, witch costumes and shit, like, funny shit like that's going on. And I'm just like, holy fuck, I'm still fried. So I go into the cafeteria, and I see my boy, Camille. And he's sitting with this girl who I won't name, and she was always, like, dramatic. Like, there's always something wrong, And I could see, like, she's fucking in some sort of conversation. I sit down with my boy, and he knows I'm fucking fried, and this girl's just like going off on something, going off, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck is she talking about? And she like heard me. I didn't mean to be that loud, but she's like, what? And my boy just starts dying because I'm fucking fried as hell. I'm just sitting there. It's so funny, bro. And then fucking pretty much I just sit down. I'm like, Bear, like that was it for me. Like I just plopped in the chair in the class and that was it. But I still think that was a funny ass day, bro.
Weed is dangerous. Like the early days weed, it's like you gotta level up, bro. It's a dope experience. Like
still feel that way,
bro. I stopped smoking because of my son. I smoke now. Take one hit, I'm fucked. Not fucked, but like,
bro. I'm actually on a weed break.
Ah, damn. You're like my friend. He says he's on a weed break. Next time I see him, yo, you want to smoke?
That's the thing, bro.
Yo, you trying to smoke, bro?
Bro, I said this to my boy. I'm telling a lot of fucking. I'm incriminating myself here, but me and my boy were in Montreal one time and did some Molly, and was faded, whatever. Then at this point in my life, I wasn't smoking a ton. This was like a couple years ago. Fucking burned, and the weed like completely overtook the Molly. Like I fucking was so fried, and I remember saying, I'm like, bro, weed is the strongest drug. I swear to God.
Mentally, bro.
Bro, it is. It's like holy shit.
I used to like. Are you trying to stop like over like a money thing or like
no,
just like or like a mental like it's bad for me?
For me, bro, throughout COVID, I'm always someone who's kind of I spend most of my time, I'd say, on my own. Like I'll link up with people and shit, but when I'm working and this and that, like I'm by myself. So I was smoking a lot, especially over COVID, and I'm just like, fuck, bro. Like I feel like I've pushed myself with this shit. I feel like I might need like a couple months without it. Just to balance. Very tough, but I want to go through it, you know?
I feel like weed is a blessing. It's like a medicine.
It is.
And like we're so trained to think weed is bad, but so quick to take an Advil.
Oh,
when
bro.
Advil was produced by some man in some factory. And like Advil and like those type of drugs, it's not helping you, but it's like it's advertised to be like a great thing, but it's only to numb the pain.
Fucks your kidneys up and shit.
Yeah, it fucks your kidneys up. But like, say you have joint pain, you take an Advil, and your pain is gone, but it's still there. It's just like a mental fuck that you know. But weed is something natural. Like, and I was hating on weed. Like, weed's bad, bro. Fuck weed, and I'll stop smoking, and I'll just be down, and I'll just be uninspired. You might say I'm addicted, but I'll smoke and be like super positive, bro.
Bro, I'm feeling that now where it's been about a month or so since I haven't smoked, and I'm feeling that like, fuck, I'm missing something. But I also it's kind of an experiment. Like, let's see
it's good
if I can snap out of it. But I'm with you on that. I do feel like weed is abused too much in current society. It's too much.
People smoke weed like cigars, bro.
It's not
like Suge Knight cigars, bro.
For no reason.
It's like a waste of weed.
It's a huge waste of weed.
You reach your peak and put that shit down.
Bro, biggest facts. That was a huge loophole when I realized that. I'm like, yo, I'm so fried and I still have like half a spliff left for my next time, and that's a good thing.
People are fucked and they'll make you feel like shit, bro. You only took one toke. I'm like, bro, I'm happy. You have to smoke all that to feel what I feel.
Facts. And the way I look at it too, if we're smoking some real gas, you shouldn't have to fucking take a whole fucking backwood to the dome. Like if it's real gas,
I smoke a backwood, my friend.
Nah.
Could not talk here, bro. I would be like this.
Me neither, bro. That's one thing. I don't think I would ever go back to that lifestyle. Like just getting blazed out of my mind. I want to find that balance. You know, it's like fuck. But bro, if you're smoking that shit, do your thing, bro. I don't really care. It's just be careful.
It's almost like a bedtime thing. I don't smoke when the sun's out. I smoke when I smoke when it's time to like cut off.
That's a fact. You got a chance to sit back, and that's a fact. Doing shit. I've had those, you know. I've lived my life where that was a thing.
Bro, it was life.
Yeah.
I get money and it's just, who got it?
Yep.
I'm not going to bed until I get a bag.
Yep.
You ever been in those like? Has it been that bad? Where you can't sleep and you're just like, I have to smoke. Or bro.
Yeah. It's
calling up random people.
For sure. No, it's that was a thing too, where it's like, you know what? I don't want to be dependent on anything.
I'm dependent on cigs, unfortunately.
Those are tricky, bro.
Fucked.
You know, I've actually been smoking cigarettes a little bit more frequently since I stopped smoking weed, which is fucked. Because there's like that smoking feeling, you know?
It is weird, bro. I don't understand.
That's why life's crazy, though.
Yeah.
You think you got something figured out, something else pops up, you're like, all right.
I feel like weed is the new cigarette because
It is.
back in the day, they took that shit from the Indians and it was just a cigarette. And then it was probably okay to smoke. You see commercials like you smoking on planes and shit.
Yeah.
Smoking at Tim Hortons and shit. And then it got a bunch of additives in it and it's in the stores and shit. It's just like weed. At one time, weed was like a bushman. You just think Jamaica and shit.
Yes.
Now weed is in the government, bruh. And now people are saying they put shit in it. And now it's in the stores. It's the same shit. A couple years from now, it's going to be, weed does this to your lungs. Weed does, when back in the day was straight positive shit.
At some point in my life when I get a property of my own, I would like to grow it just so I know exactly what's in it. You grow it?
Yeah.
That's blessed.
Yeah, maybe that's why. But
that's fire, though. You know exactly what you're doing with it.
My cousin is a scientist. He's amazing.
He's got the green thumb.
Shout out to him. He's like, what's that, Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
He's like that guy with weed.
Walter White. Shout out to the Walter White of weed, bro. He found his business name. No, that shit I fuck with more where it's like, I know what I'm getting. I fuck with that. Yeah, bro.
You want to talk about COVID real quick? Or like vaccination? How do you feel about that?
So yesterday, on No Jumper, we were talking about this before, Adam and AD had this really intense conversation about vaccines where I'm paraphrasing, but Adam was, you need to get a vaccine. Like, you're a piece of shit if you don't. And AD's point was, I don't really trust it. Like, I'm not just going to take what they give me. I have both my vaccinations, by the way. For me, it's not about, they're going to make it as hard as possible for you to maneuver without the vaccine. That's just a fact. It's already starting.
Scary shit.
What turns me off from talking about this shit is it becomes way too emotional of a discussion. Like, if you feel like you don't want to get a vaccine and I want the vaccine, there's no reason why it should be like an intense discussion. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's a government media like ploy. Like, let's get you guys fighting with each other over this.
Racism.
It is.
Shit.
It is. That's how I see it, and that really turns me off of it. My boy Camille that I went to see when I was super fried, he doesn't have any of his vaccines. I don't care.
I don't have them, and I'm just a bitch, and I just don't have time. I have time. I just haven't worked out the. It's not like I'm scared of it. It's just like
nothing wrong with
it's
that.
whatever, man. It's like we had how many vaccinations as a kid? It's nothing different than that. It makes it more crazy because we have social media to like.
Yes.
We have so many other opinions and like.
Exactly.
It's just life, bro. Get the shot. You want to go to Jamaica? Get it. Can't go anywhere.
That's to me like the realistic way of looking at it. Like, are you really gonna give up all this shit to hold yourself
to be rebellious?
I don't. If I had if they were just strictly like, yeah, we won't restrict you from travel at all, I wouldn't have gotten that shit. But I had to weigh the pros and cons. And the point you put where we've already had many vaccines, like that's what I'm leaning on. But if someone were to tell me, bro, I don't trust it, I think it's rushed, that's fair. That's fair. I got no problem with that. And I've met people, bro, that have literally said, if you're not vaccinated, I won't be around you. And for me, that's fucking disgusting. For me, it's like, you're a fucking loser. Like that's just being...
You're easily swayed.
Yes. Like, I don't... It doesn't make sense.
None of this shit makes sense.
No.
Nothing in life makes sense. You want to be, like, random about it. But, like, even from the start... Bro, I seen my mom, I seen everybody be scared of COVID. Even when COVID started, I was me. I never 6 feet in my friends.
No,
or like
bro.
dabbed. I was always, bro, I go to work and I'm touching everything. Everyone's like, what's wrong with you, bro? And now everyone is me. But it took you that long to see the stupidity
Almost
in it?
2 years.
It's crazy, bro.
They told media, by the way, to sum up my like versatile vigilante, I fucking hate mainstream media.
Mm-hmm.
I don't trust it.
Me either.
So I want to say my own shit. That's why I started this big time as well.
Mm-hmm.
Mainstream media tried to tell us not to trust ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
We know better than you.
Mm-hmm.
Your friends are gonna get you sick, and you're gonna get your family sick, and you're gonna kill your mom because you fucking went to the nightclub.
It's insane.
No, I'm not gonna let you fucking say that to me. I trust myself. I know what it is. I'll wash my fucking hands. That was my whole shit. Yo, you're not gonna tell me that you know better about my life than me. You can say you know more about science, fine. But yeah, you can't see your friends at Christmas or your family at Christmas. Go fuck yourself, bro. Like,
it's crazy.
You say you care so much about mental health. You don't give a fuck.
That makes your mental even more.
Bro, gyms were closed. We're living in a city where winter is almost always rough. Very little sun. Very cold. Now, shopping malls are closed. Restaurants are closed. Gyms are closed. Churches are closed. Libraries. Are you fucked? You had our best interests in mind? Like, you're fried, bro. I'll never trust government.
It's
Fuck
just,
that.
Never. Bro, I don't trust the government.
Never.
I look at CNN and all those other things like any other YouTube channel. It's just a way to sway an audience of their own intentions.
Ratings, bro.
It's literally just ratings, and they're beefing just like YouTubers beef and like rappers beef.
Embarrassing.
But our parents, unfortunately, are so accustomed to that way of living that you can't sway their mind. It's hard to sway an old mind than a young mind. You just gotta love them for being stupid, and just
that's facts.
You ain't even gotta.
I won't watch.
You don't even gotta talk to them or like debate. It's just that's just how they think, bro.
Exactly.
And it's like you either be your own person or be miserable and mad because they're never gonna be yes men to you or like. Yeah,
exactly.
you are right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's my main thing. I don't care what you believe. Just don't try to tell me. I'll make a deal. I won't tell you what I think. And you don't tell me.
Literally makes no sense.
No, I'm not going to convince you.
It's crazy.
And I don't want to. I have better shit to do.
Don't you feel like your immune system would grow more outside than inside?
The biggest thing.
It's almost like they're trying to kill it. See, you could get really weird and conspiracy theorists right now, but I feel like they're trying to not kill us, but like level it out or just put fear in us. I think news is fear-based, and anxiety kills, and I'm not trying to have anxiety, bro. I'm trying to be stress-free, and news is just another guy innocently shot down on, like, condolences to the families, but that doesn't, it makes me more sad or more scared of my own city or my brother.
Bro, why on CP24, Toronto news station, will they have, you know, on the part where they have the text news, why on CP24 will they be talking about a kid in Kentucky who shot his fucking mom? How is that relevant to us at all?
Yeah.
You're not going to talk about the kid in Kentucky who saved a bus full of like burning fucking puppies.
It's crazy, bro.
But you're going to talk about the kid that shot his mom. Like, what the fuck? Just to get us all fucked up to all the world is shit? Bro, turn that shit off, bro.
Scary, bro.
Go outside and it's not that bad.
It's beautiful outside.
It's beautiful, bro. Yeah, that sums up my shit. I don't fuck with that news, government, bro. Just stay out of it.
Freaks me out, bro.
But I did get both vaccines. I'll be 100 about that.
Bro, I'm about to get mine, bro.
Yeah.
Have a kid. I'm not trying to be Rambo out here. Maybe if I didn't have a kid, I don't know, but
that's real. I still live with my parents,
bro.
And I was feeling kind of guilty. I'm not gonna lie. Like, bro, I do live in their house, and you know, I folded basically. I folded.
It's no bad thing. Folding.
Nah.
We eat You ever eat chips or Doritos and look at the back of that shit?
Oh, trash.
What is in there? Why aren't we scared of eating Doritos? Why are we scared of smoking cigarettes? Why are we scared of using toothpaste and like shampoo and shit?
Yeah, we're too far gone into that.
It's like, bro, I just live my life. We all gonna die. Unfortunately, it's life. And
yeah.
Just play the game if you want to get somewhere.
Life, bro. Life really is a game, bro.
It's literally a game.
Life really is a game. Everyone has to play, but there's different ways to play.
You could cheat.
Shout out Triple H.
You could cheat. Oh shit, yeah.
It's all about the game. But nah, bro, I'm with you on that. I feel like it's more or less that's what it is. Like Adam and shit, they annoyed me yesterday because he was yelling.
I feel like Adam is too rich and he's so swayed now and he has a girl.
Yeah.
And he's probably not aggressive in the relationship where he makes his voice being heard. He's probably more of a puppy in a relationship and brings out anger with his friends. And he listens to his girl in the media, and he chases money, and that's just the route to be accepted. But
yeah, I didn't like his message at all, or at least the way he was saying it. Very disrespectful.
I feel like House Phone won't come back, or he's like little, like he doesn't really mess with him too much over that joke they made, like about his mom. I think like his dad leaving or beating his mom and shit.
That was fucking crazy.
It was fucked. It was crazy.
I thought, did you see the turned out to be fake, but the fight?
Oh yeah.
Bro, I watched that live. I thought that shit was real.
He read out one of my things and he talked shit on me.
Who did?
Adam. I said
way.
I said Playboy Cardi. You fuck with Playboy Cardi?
I fucked with him at the time, like the SoundCloud time. The new shit, not really. But shout out to him. He's part of the scene.
Like he dropped a whole lot of red.
Yeah.
I'm a boom bap head.
Yeah.
And I would never listen to the shit back in the day, but I'm more accepting. And I'm listening to it, and it just sounds like Yeezus, but for the new kids.
Yeah.
It's like a new sound. And I'm like, this is the new Yeezus. Like, other people are going to copy this shit, and it's going to be its own genre. And he's like, shit. He said, suck my dick now for the common folk. Like,
wait,
I don't believe in that.
You said that on the comments?
Yeah, like
what?
I typed it. I gave him like $5.
No way.
So I fuck with no joke.
That's
Greg.
lit.
And he read it out. I was dying, bro.
Bro, he was super emotional about that.
He hates that album,
bro,
bro.
you didn't like it. Okay, shut the fuck up about it.
I feel like Kanye and Playboy Cardi should be the new Watch the Throne.
That would be interesting.
Because it would be for the young kids and Kanye's for us.
Yeah.
Be a good dynamic.
Cardi, when he was coming out, I don't know if anyone thought he'd be as big as he.
I did not. I was hating. I could be.
He came out as he was with like the ASAP mob and shit like that. He was on that Fetty song. Remember that song?
I don't remember that. Bro, there was a time where
Banger.
I was just straight 90s.
Bro,
I'm not fucking with no new shit. I was fucked, bro.
That's real though.
Yeah.
That's real. That 90s shit's refreshing to go back to though. A couple of weeks ago, I was diving back into that, like Gangstar and shit like that. It's fire.
They're like, if you don't have a dad, you can just listen to 90s hip hop and be a man type shit. They actually teach you something.
True. Who are your favorite 90s guys?
90s? Well, it was anything my brother played, but if you want to know how I got into hip hop, Big L. I heard Big L for the first time, like, I think it was like a Stevie Williams video part, like a skater. He had the Size 'Em Up beat playing. I'm like, what the hell is that beat? And I Googled it. I heard Big L. I'm like, bro.
Put it on.
I used to friggin' recite his rhymes to people in school.
He was sick.
Like, yo, that was me, bro.
He was sick, bro. He was Harlem.
Yeah, man. Fuck. Big L, Jay-Z. I can't even say Jay-Z, but Nas. I learned to appreciate Nas the older I got. I was too young to appreciate that shit.
Yeah, he's like advanced.
Advanced.
For sure.
It's like algebra.
Yeah.
Like if rap was math, that's like algebra. And it's like, bro, I don't even have time to learn this shit.
Yeah, he's on a different level.
What about you? 90s.
90s. When I was in high school, it was all the staples like Wu-Tang, Biggie, all that. Nas for sure. I got into more like Ghetto Boys a little bit. They were even, I think, 80s. But got into them. Who else did I like from the 90s? All those big guys. But when I started listening to Max B, French Montana, that opened my eyes to a different style of music. And then the wavy shit. And then, like Wiz started getting really big. And
Big Wiz fan, too.
I fuck with Wiz heavy. Mac Miller, the Odd Future shit. All that was at the same time.
It was a beautiful time.
Beautiful. Riff Raff, I include Riff Raff in that. Action Bronson.
Man. They said hip hop was dead. It was kind of dope. We had like a lot of good. A$AP Mob is really sick.
Bro, the 90s is awesome. But for me, because I lived through the SoundCloud era and that time period, those are my favorite. That's my golden shit.
Yeah, 2017, I always say.
2017
that was
for me, and the Wiz, Action Bronson, and all that, those guys together. Even A$AP Rocky, like, loved all that shit. That was huge for me.
They're the new kings.
Hell yeah.
It's like certain people like graduate, like Jay-Z's like fucking how KRS-One was when I was young, like this old rapper that's trying to still rap. And like Drake is now Jay-Z, how Jay-Z was like Blueprint, like he's like on his way out, and then these new guys are like the new.
It evolves, man.
It's insane.
It evolves. Even Uzi was like the little guy, and now he's like a legit star.
He's the next kid that everyone's gonna emulate.
Huge.
Music's gonna be different in a couple years, bro.
I'm excited to where it goes because right now it's not my favorite new music, and I always am the type of guy to listen to new music. I want to like new shit. This style's way too melodic, but for no reason. I feel
it's a bunch of guys singing about how much they hate other guys.
Yeah, and it's like too much of that. Like fuck.
I fuck with it to an extent, but there's no like originality. There's certain bases that have like are the staples, like a Little Baby, like he's his own guy and people copy him.
Bro, to me exactly.
Everyone else sounds like Lil Baby. It's like, bro, you could be doper than Lil Baby or different than him. Like,
when a guy like a Chief Keef is the biggest star for a moment, that's when I get excited. Like when he was when Finally Rich came out,
bro, Chief Keef head, bro.
I still to this day he's one of my favorite artists. But when a guy like that pops out and is the biggest artist for a bit, that's when I get really excited.
That's how I was with X.
Yeah, exactly. He wasn't probably supposed to be as big as he was, but huge.
He was the guy I was thinking about, like hoping he would come. Like exactly. I grew up with a girl that likes Justin Bieber, bro. We would be in her car bumping Justin Bieber. I'm like, bro, there needs to be a guy that just ends this happy shit. I was just that guy in the car mad, bro.
He was a real artist,
bro.
too.
He's sick.
And his yeah, fuck, bro. He was a big loss.
That fucked me.
He was a big
I didn't even listen to any of his new shit. Like how you said you'll play it. You said you play stuff like a couple years after when the hype dies down. Yeah. I still haven't listened to that shit.
That's different though, because when they die and the family puts it out, I don't know.
It doesn't feel like it's them. Like,
no, bro. The music that the new Peep shit that they've put out it's not.
It's not raw, bro.
No,
it's not that.
No,
it's not that shit.
And he probably wouldn't have put that shit out.
No,
it's like that's not the wave. Fuck, crazy, bro. This is a good episode, man. I really fucked with this conversation. Is there anything else that the people should be looking out for? You got any projects on the way?
Shit. I've been thinking about this idea since I was 9, or 8, or say 12. Like I always wanted to come up with my own boards for the skate scene.
That would be blessed.
But I feel like I don't know where I'm gonna go. It's just I'm trying everything. Like we're in a time where you could be. There's freaking Damian Lillard is a rapper and he's a
NBA you could do player. Anything, bro. Versatility, man.
Yeah,
like anything.
More art. I need to go in the studio. I've just been a bitch about it. I'm trying to find the right engineer because I'm not trying to make a little baby music. And I feel like if I come there, like they'll be like, "Bro, you're not singing. You ain't. You don't want autotune, bro." It's like, that freaking podcasting. I love podcasts. I always want to do my own. This setup is dope. I appreciate it.
Hell yeah, bro. You got to open door here. You ever want to come through?
Bro, it could be like a once a month thing. I'll
be blessed.
Stop by, talk shit.
I'd be down. We'll start our own fucking No Jumper show.
Bro, it's real shit. It's dope.
Hell yeah, bro.
I knew this conversation would be good. I knew it would be good.
Bro, a conversation is a valuable thing, man. Mm-hmm. I really feel that way. Mm-hmm. One thing about our generation that I'm very happy about is we seem to all fuck with podcasts for the most part. Like there is a interest in a good conversation, you know? Very valuable shit.
It's like you don't feel alone. As corny as that sounds, you'd be like, "Oh shit, he thinks like me."
Exactly, man.
There's a lot of guys that probably skate or black or like that fuck with this. Like I put a lot of people on skateboarding growing up. I don't even talk about that, but yeah, I put a lot of people on.
There we go. That influential. We definitely got to collab on something. I'm gonna put this out there for the audience. You're gonna see some collab. That's a fact. Gonna be. I don't know what yet.
Definitely art. I could do some
art for sure.
Definitely.
For sure, bro. But
I don't know what you're into, but yeah, we could wrestling. You seem like you like wrestling.
A wrestling.
Turning into a wrestler or some shit.
Hell yeah. Oh, bro. Okay. That's it. You got it,
bro.
That's some wrestling. Yes.
Because you like No Jumper. Like I could gauge like what a piece could look before I do it.
Hell
and, you like No Jumper, so like a little grit. You say you like a bunch of shit. Just incorporate all that.
You guys are gonna see that on the wall at some point.
Man.
Okay, sick.
Yeah, man.
All right, my guy. Fucking not for the common folks.
Mm-hmm.
This conversation is for anybody.
Anybody.
Love it.
Anybody that has an open ear.
Hell yeah.
If you have your own opinions and you hold on to them like it's like a rare Pokemon card, I don't think you'll like this shit. But if you could open your mind up and listen to some dope shit from both of us, I'm pretty sure you'll mess with it.
Well said. Well said, bro. Appreciate you coming through, bro.
Yeah, man.
Everyone check this guy's IG. Anything else, we'll fucking make sure to share that. Versatile Vigilante, we're out here.
Go subscribe.
Like, subscribe.
Fucking
Look out for some dope shit like that.
Probably
We got the stickers.
Whip.
Yes, there we go. Put the stickers on your whip. Anyone who gets a sticker, put that on your whip, bro. All right, we're out here.